Good morning, students. So for today's session we are covering primary and secondary memory and input, output and storage device. So first we come in primary storage. The primary storage is also called the primary memory, and within it two things come, RAM and ROM. And this is primary memory, which is directly accessible by the CPU. RAM stands for random access memory and ROM is a read-only memory. What are the function of primary memory here? The data is fed and held until it is ready to be accessed. मीन्स प्राइमरी स्टोरेज जो प्राइमरी मेमोरी है उसमें डेटा को फेड किया जाता है और तब तक हम उसको हेल्ड कर सकते हैं जब तक कि वो एक्सेस नहीं हो जाता. मीन्स उस प्रोसेस हो रहा है तो उस प्रोसेस को होने तक हम उसको हेल्ड कर सकते हैं प्राइमरी मेमोरी. इट इज़ यूज्ड टू होल्ड द डेटा बीइंग प्रोसेस एंड द इंटरमीडिएट रिजल्ट ऑफ प्रोसेसिंग. डेटा को होल्ड करता है जब वो प्रोसेसिंग हो रही है, कोई भी प्रोसेस हो रहा है, कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन है, कोई कमांड दिया, उसकी प्रोसेसिंग होती है और आप तब तक उसको होल्ड कर सकते हैं जब तक कि वो पूरा नहीं हो जाता. और इन बिटवीन द इंटरमीडिएट रिजल्ट्स ऑफ प्रोसेसिंग, जो प्रोसेसिंग के बीच के जो रिजल्ट्स हैं वो भी उसमें क्या होता है, आप रख सकते हैं अपनी प्राइमरी मेमोरी. थर्ड थिंग इज इट होल्ड्स द रिजल्ट ऑफ द प्रोसेसिंग. उसमें क्या होल्ड कर सकते हैं आप, जो प्रोसेसिंग का रिजल्ट है, कोई भी आपने प्रोसेसिंग की, वो रिजल्ट जो मिलता है वो भी उसमें प्राइमरी मेमोरी या प्राइमरी स्टोरेज में होल्ड रहता है. एंड इट होल्ड्स द प्रोसेसिंग इंस्ट्रक्शन. जो प्रोसेसिंग के इंस्ट्रक्शन है, व्हाट स्टेप हैज़ टू बी डन, ओके, द सीक्वेंस, तो ऑल कैन बी स्टोर इन प्राइमरी स्टोरेज और प्राइमरी मेमोरी. नाउ कम्स मेमोरी यूनिट्स. व्हाट आर द मेमोरी यूनिट्स? यूनिट्स ऑफ कंप्यूटर मेमोरी आर, इट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम बिट, binary digit. Bit stand for binary digit. Byte, within byte we can have different version: kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte. Okay, the elementary unit of memory is a bit. जो पहली बेसिक यूनिट होगी वो कहलाती है बिट. A group of 4 bits is called a nibble and a group of 8 bits is called a byte. 0 या 1 जो है वो एक बिट हो जाती है. Okay, when you have 4 bits together then it is a nibble and 8 bits means a byte. Okay, so this is a basic. 1 byte is the minimum space required to store one character. तो आपको अगर 1 कैरेक्टर को स्टोर करना है तो उसके लिए आपको मिनिमम क्या चाहिए कि 1 byte. 1 byte means 8 bits. इसी के बाद if you go next step ahead, 1 kilobyte store 1024 bytes within it. 1 किलोबाइट में कितना बाइट्स हो जाता है? 1024 bytes. The same way 1 megabytes equal to 1024 KB. If you have to write in bytes, you have to write 1024 into 1024 bytes. Same way it goes, 1 gigabyte, that is 1024 MB, 1024 into 1024 into 1024 bytes is a 1 gigabyte. Thus it is going increasing the same way. After gigabyte, terabytes comes, then petabytes, exabyte, and right now the greatest unit of memory which we have is zettabyte, that is known as ZB. It contains 1024 EB or 1024 EB means exabyte. So this is the memory unit. Now comes RAM, that is known as random access memory. So RAM is used to hold active information of data and instruction. Information in RAM is stored in the random order. That is why it is known as random access memory. It is a temporary memory. When power supply is switched off, the information stored in RAM is lost. So it is also known as volatile memory because it depends on the fluctuation of voltage. If voltage is not there, okay, switched off, power supply is switched off, then your memory, whatever is stored, it will be lost. That's why it is known as volatile memory. If somebody will ask what is the name of volatile memory, that moment you have to say RAM is known as volatile memory. Okay, so RAM is an example of volatile memory. It is also known as read-write memory, as information can be read from RAM and also written onto it. Information stored in RAM may be erased or written over. ये आपकी क्या कहलाती है? रीड राइट मेमोरी भी कहलाती है, क्योंकि आप इसमें इसकी मदद से क्या कर सकते हैं? रीड भी कर सकते हैं, राइट भी कर सकते हैं. इट कैन बी इरेज्ड और रिटन ओवर. बोथ can be done. So this is RAM. This is known as volatile memory because information is lost whenever the power is off. That is known as RAM. Now comes ROM, that is read-only memory. It's a part of computer's main memory. It is used to store the instruction provided by the manufacturer to check basic hardware and to load operating system for appropriate storage device. The storage of data and instruction in ROM is permanent and until it is written over. The content of the ROMs are not lost when power supply is switched off. That is why ROM is called non-volatile memory. So this memory is also known as non-volatile. In case of RAM, we told it is volatile, but ROM is example of non-volatile. This you have to keep in your mind. If somebody will ask what is the example of non-volatile memory, then at that moment you have to give answer. ROM is also known as non-volatile memory. And this thing you have to keep in mind. Then why ROM is used? ROM is used to store the instruction provided by the manufacturer to check basic hardware and to load operating system from appropriate storage device. तो ROM का जो मेन काम होता है वो आपका हार्डवेयर सिस्टम का ऑपरेटिंग हार्डवेयर में चेक करता है, चेक बेसिक हार्डवेयर एंड लोड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम फ्रॉम अप्रोप्रिएट स्टोरेज डिवाइस. और आपके जो ओएस है, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है, वो आपके किस में लोड करता है? स्टोरेज डिवाइस में. अपने हार्ड डिस्क पे आपका जो बूट होता है जब ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, तो सारा किसकी मदद से होता है? ऑल दिस थिंग्स हैव बीन मेंशन इन योर रोम. ये रोम की मदद से होता है. ओके, नाउ कम्स द सेकेंडरी स्टोरेज. सेकेंडरी स्टोरेज मीन्स since the computer's main memory stores the data and information temporarily, as in RAM you can store temporarily, and ROM is generally used for operating system and hard disk booting. The secondary memory is used. Secondary memory is used to store bulk of information. The information stored in secondary memory is not lost, so it is also a non-volatile memory. These devices are non-volatile as data is stored in these devices till it is deleted. तो ये जो सेकेंडरी स्टोरेज है, दिस इज ऑल्सो एग्जाम्पल ऑफ नॉन वोलेटाइल मेमोरी. एंड व्हाट कम्स इन सेकेंडरी स्टोरेज डिवाइसेस? वी हैव हार्ड डिस्क, CD, DVD, pen drive, etc. These all are the example of secondary storage. Now input device, as we discussed in our earlier chapter also. What are the input device? Are used for entering data or instruction to the computer. Through the input device you give command to the processor, and after processing it shows the output. So the input which are being given through the help of input device, they are the mouse, keyboard, scanner, digital camera, okay, scanner, all these comes within a input devices. Output device, the output unit comprises of devices such as monitor, printer, speaker, etc. to display information to the user. Through the help of output device you can see the result in a form of your monitor, printer, it gives hard copy, speaker, through the voice command comes out. So these are the output devices. Now comes storage device. So all computers have a hard disk installed in them as a storage device. Okay, it is used to store files of operating system, software and other files. A computer cannot function without the installed hard disk drive. Nowadays external hard disk drives are also used to take backup of data on the computer. So external hard disk drives are available in different size and storage capacities. These are portable and can be moved from one place to another easily. So these are the examples of storage device where you can store your data. First thing is hard disk, and another are external hard disk, which are nowadays in trend. You can take it from market once you have taken your system. If you are thinking there is need for external hard disk, you can take. So this is example of a storage device. Now there are few questions which you have to do. Okay, let's try it. There are 3 questions which you can see in front of you, and others are question in form of worksheet. So you can just go through it and do all things in your notebook after understanding this chapter. So I do hope you are understanding, learning and moving ahead with your studies. So keep learning, keep enjoying. Thank you. Have a nice day.